Today. I know it means a lot to Jason and to Stephanie and their entire family to be able to celebrate with their closest family members and friends with this wonderful mitzvah, this wonderful gift they've given all of us. It's certainly the day we need something uplifting after the Astros game earlier today. So we're very thankful to Jason and to Stephanie and their entire family. I also want to welcome Phyllis Miller, who will be lighting candles for us in just a moment. I'd like to welcome Jason, your parents, Jerry and Gail, who will be walking in with the beautiful Hayden in just a moment. Our proud great grandmothers, Sylvia Freeman and Marilyn Miller. Mazel tov to the two of you. And we know how special this is for you. Your dear husbands are with us in spirit, and how proud and happy they must be as well. We'd like to congratulate Ronnie Miller, another proud grandfather, who will be our Sandak, and then all of Hayden's aunts and uncles who will be leading us in Hamotzi at the very end. And I'd also to thank Dr. Mark Gottesman, who's on Moyle today. We're very blessed to have him here with us. He had a difficult week. His mother just passed away, so we're thankful you're still able to join us and to be here for this mitzvah. So we have many prayers and hopes for Hayden, and one of which is he has a life of health, a life of blessing, and a life of shalom, a life of peace always. So now as he's brought into the room by his grandparents, we sing the words, Oseh Shalom Bimromav. Baruch haba, we welcome you, Hayden, into our midst. We welcome you to the covenant between God and the Jewish people. And if someone will let them know to start walking in, as we sing Oseh Shalom.
Oseh Shalom Bimromav, Uyaseh Shalom Aleinu, Ve'yakol Yisrael, V'imru, Amen. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'yakol Yisrael, Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'yakol Yisrael.
May he make peace in heavens, make peace for us, for all Israel, for all mankind. May Hayden always know a life of peace. And let us say Amen.
Amen.
Now to begin our service, I'm going to ask Phyllis to light these candles that represent the light that's been brought into our community and the light that's been brought into the home of Jason and Stephanie. Thank you, Phyllis. And Dr. Gottesman, I'll turn the floor over to you.
This is Elijah's chair. We invite Elijah to come to Seder's, but we also invite him to come to Bris, every single Bris. And there's a couple of different explanations why. The rabbis pointed out that in the book of Kings, it says that Elijah confronted the priests of Baal, who Jezebel and Ahab had in their recruits. And he confronted these false priests on Mount Carmel, and after he showed them to be false priests, when God accepted his sacrifice, he slew those priests, which incurred the wrath of Ahab and Jezebel. So Elijah fled into the desert. God came to him where he was hiding in a cave in the desert and said, "Why are you hiding?" And Elijah said, "Your people have forgotten their covenant," or people have forgotten your covenant. And the rabbis comment that since that time, God pointed out to him that no, the people haven't forgotten the covenant to this day for over 3,500 years, the longest continuously practiced Jewish ritual, or any religious ritual, circumcision has been done. So we say, Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu mitzvotav v'tzivanu, al hamilah.
Amen.
Amen.
And then Jason and Stephanie, if you will repeat after me. Baruch atah Adonai,
Baruch atah Adonai,
Eloheinu melech haolam,
Eloheinu melech haolam,
asher kidshanu
asher kidshanu
b'mitzvotav
b'mitzvotav
v'tzivanu
v'tzivanu
l'hakniso
l'hakniso
v'brito
v'brito
shel
shel
Abraham
Abraham
Avinu. Amen.
Shem.
And if you'll read that in English.
Praised are you, Adonai, our God, who rules the universe, whose mitzvah add holiness to our lives, and who gave us the mitzvah to bring this child into the covenant of Abraham our father.
כשם שנכנס לברית, כן ייכנס לתורה, חופה ומעשים טובים.
As he has entered the covenant, so may he enter the blessings of Torah,
Chuppah, and a life of Maasim Tovim, good deeds.
Amen.
Amen.
Simen tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, simen tov, simen tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, simen tov, simen tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, simen tov. Yeh lanu, yeh lanu, Kohll Kol Yisrael. Yeh lanu, yeh lanu, Kohll Kol Yisrael. And now special kiddush. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu B'Olam Borei Pri Hagafen. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu B'Olam Asher Kiddush Yidem B'Betin B'Chol B'Saro Sam V'Tzeitzav Hatam B'Od L'Brit Kodesh Alchein B'Yizkar Zod Ha'chai Chalkina Tzarenu Tzabel La'atil Yadot Sharenu Mishachat Laman Brito Asher Sam V'Tzarenu Baruch atah Adonai Koret HaBrit. Praise you, Adonai, who again establishes the covenant here today in Houston, Texas, with the birth of this beautiful baby. And let us say Amen. 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 Jason, I'm going to take just one sip. And now I want to ask our proud great-grandmothers to share with us some words as they see their legacy continue, their beautiful families continue for the next generation.
We pray that Hayden shall grow in vigor of mind to become an intelligent, caring human being. Grant him length of days and vigor of body and mind. O God, we ask you blessings on him so that he may find health, happiness, and contentment. May we be privileged to add love to his growing years as he continues to bring blessings to our family, the community, and all humanity. We celebrate with family and friends who are here with us today and rejoice in this precious gift of life. This Brit or covenant joins God and the Jewish people in the task of perfecting the world. Today, Hayden will become a partner in the covenant. As he receives his Hebrew name today, he is linked to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Leah, and Rachel.
Amen.
Amen.
And now, the first mitzvah we do for a baby is give him his Hebrew name. And so before I officially give that name, I'm going to turn the floor over to Jason to speak about the name they chose and a little bit more.
Thank you. So I'm glad that's over. Thank you everyone for being here. So this Thursday, because of what's happened in the past week, has kind of been forgotten. But it's Stephanie and my 4th anniversary, and time flies. But it's special because this is the first time since that night that both of our families have been together. Many of our closest friends are here. And, that only happens a few times in your life. So I just want to kind of thank everyone here for taking time out and being here with us. It means a lot. I also want to make mention of 2 very special people in this room, Kathy and Alex. It's kind of hard they're very special to Stephanie and I, but it's hard to explain my relationship with them. They're dear friends. They are mentors personally and professionally. And, they're business partners. They're a lot of things to me. And I feel like, if you're lucky, some people come into your life and kind of change your trajectory. And for me, that was them. So thank you for hosting us today, but thank you for everything that you've done in our lives. And we haven't given you a name yet for Hayden, but I'm sure over drinks we can figure something out. So excited to figure that out. So when I was thinking about what I wanted to say tonight, most of you know me pretty well, know that I'm not someone who shows my emotions, at least through tears very often. But last week has been different. So I decided that the best way to get out everything I wanted to say is to share with you all a letter I wrote to Hayden when he was born. So I hope you like it. Dear Hayden, when I was 9 or 10 years old, many nights, When I was 9 or 10 years old, many nights my father would take me on a walk. We'd take our dog, Ginger, I'd grab a football, and that was all we needed. Off we'd go through the neighborhood. We'd talk about whatever I wanted, and he'd throw me the football over and over again. I remember the weather being nice, and it didn't matter that it would start to get dark as we'd finish. It was carefree and more fun than anything. When I look back on those walks, I realize that they taught me a lot. I learned life wasn't so serious. I learned how to dream big. I learned my father believed in me, and I learned shortcuts in life usually get you in trouble. Sounds pretty good, doesn't it? Well, it was. Your mother and I have been talking about you since the day we fell in love and decided we would spend our lives together. Now you're here and it's time for your walk. Here are a few things that we want you to know before you start. Hayden, family is everything, and you, my friend, hit the lottery. You want the best food? Coming right up. You want laughs? Well, that's all we do. Cousins, just wait until you meet Isabella, Isaac, Abby, Jacob, Owen, Lila, Isabel, and Gavin. And don't be surprised the first time you go to our synagogue, Beth Yeshurun, and literally everyone tells you they are your cousin. Just smile and nod your head because they probably are. Thanksgivings in Omaha are the best. We'll eat like kings, watch Grandma stress about making the turkey, and then party. Family drama? Oh yeah, that's another Thanksgiving tradition. Don't let it bother you because everyone eventually gets over it. Speaking of holidays, just get ready. Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, Pesach. I'm not even going to mention Hanukkah. We will need a tow truck to get all your presents home. Just remember, the most important thing about our family is it's full of love, coming from every direction. Always remember that no matter how tough things get, our family will always have your back. Judaism. Well, since we just sliced off half your wiener, you can probably tell that our faith is pretty important to us. It's a special honor to be a Jew, something that you'll need to nourish and protect. But it's not just prayers and being serious. Bagels, schmoozing, complaining, matzo ball soup, jokes. We're a funny people. Just wait until you go to the JCC men's locker room or the bagel shop. You'll know what I mean. Judaism is a lot of things, but most importantly, it means that you are part of a special tradition that binds us together. No matter where you go in the world, there will always be a Jew who will welcome you into their home like you are their best friend. I'm a great example of that. When I moved to Houston 14 years ago, I didn't know a soul. The community immediately embraced me, and I became an honorary member of a handful of families who now will see you as their own. Judaism will be there with you when you laugh, cry, love, live, and die. My favorite thing about it is that it encourages you to ask questions, not accept what you are told, and then choose the best way it can be part of enriching your life. One more thing, get ready to belt out lots of Jewish songs with your mom. That's her favorite. Hayden, the family you choose are called your friends. Just look around the room today. These are several of the most treasured people in our lives. A friend is like a diamond. They are rare and should be treated as such. But don't forget that friendship takes hard work. You'll usually be able to tell a lot about yourself by looking at your friends. Find ones that make you a better person and that you trust. Love them up, and you'll get it back in return. Most importantly, laugh with them. Tell dirty jokes. Act crazy. Make fun of yourself. Let them see who you really are. If they still love you, you'll know they are a keeper. You probably don't know this yet, but you're off to a pretty good start in the friend department. You'll be hanging with Saul, Dylan, Mia, and many others soon. One more thing about your walk. Unfortunately, there are a few people that you didn't get to meet, but their lasting impact will mold you nonetheless. Papa Alfred. Papa Alfred was the patriarch of the Friedman family. He led by his words and his actions. He put family first and took care of them with love and generosity. It will make him proud to see you become a strong member of the Jewish community. Great-Grandpa Stewart. You only missed him by a few months, and I know he's looking down at you smiling. You would have made his life complete. Stewart was a people person, always with a smile and one-liner that made you smile. He was hilarious and loved us all very much. Nana and Poppy. No one was a bigger advocate for our family than Nana. She loved us and supported us with blind loyalty. She was a woman ahead of her time, as independent as they come. We miss her every day. Poppy was wise and quick-witted. There was something special about him, and we all knew it. He was easy to be around and just made you feel good. Great-Grandma Selma and Great-Grandpa Is. Grandma Selma would want you to know that the world is built on bullshit, and she was right. You're going to hear us talk about her a lot. They just don't make them like Grandma Selma anymore. Your Grandpa Is lived the American dream. He came here from Nova Konstantina, Petrovska, Gubernia, Litynska, Uyezda, Russia, not knowing a word of English. And at 6 years old, turned himself into an entrepreneur, creating one of the most successful paint and wallpaper stores in the country. He believed strongly in education and hard work. And finally, your Grandma Glenda. You, Hayden Glenn, are named after her. Your Hebrew name Gili, which means my joy, and your middle name Glenn will honor her memory. Grandma Glenda was one of a kind. I never met her, but I feel like I did from all her friends and family that share their favorite memories of her. She was the life of the party, smart as hell, and treated your mother like the princess she is. She was beautiful inside and out and was a jokester. Your mom and I pray that you inherit all of Glenda's special qualities. You have an angel watching over you and Grandma Glenda. Now, Hayden, let's talk about the most important woman in your life, your mother. Well, where do I start? Hayden, I was really picky when I chose the woman that I would spend my life with. Someday I hope you will be too. There are a lot of great women in the world, but when I met your mommy, there was not a doubt in my mind that there is no one like her. She's a social butterfly, smart, quick-witted, beautiful, and hard to please. She loves activities, lots of them. She's going to wear you out like she does me. She's going to pull surprises on you that show you how much she loves you. You're going to be the most fashionable boy around. You'll never wear anything that is pleated, and get ready to wear a lot of tight outfits. Two rules you need to remember. Do not touch mommy's face. She does not like it under any circumstance. This is a very important rule. Rule number 2, do not mess up anything on the first floor of our house. Mommy does not like that either. Oh, and make sure to ask for a dog really soon. Mommy says we can't have one until you ask. Your favorite dog will be a mutt from the Humane Society, okay? Seriously, Hayden, you are so lucky to have Stephanie as your mom. She has so much love to give. She's so much fun, and she will teach you how to dance and sing much better than Daddy. Well, Hayden, here we go. It's your time now. We can't wait to watch you blaze your own trail. We can't wait to watch you live your life with passion. When you fall down, we'll be right behind you to pick you up. Just promise me that you won't grow up too fast, because I'm not such a young father, and I want to savor your walk. Love, Dad. Sorry.